Oh, The Simpsons. You want to know about The Simpsons? They're like my all-time favorite cartoon. I've loved them for so many years. No matter how many seasons of the show they make, no matter if it takes so long to make a movie and a ride at Universal that replaced my favorite ride, Back to the Future. I mean, the ride, of course, needs no introduction as well as the TV show and movie because, of course, I already reviewed the ride. I loved it, despite the mixed bag it was getting because it did replace Back to the Future. So, anyway, you want to talk about the video games? I mean, how many video games are there? I mean, how many video games were there? I mean, look at the list. Just about every console from the days of NES to today, every console had a Simpsons game, or Simpsons games. Because, I mean, there were so many of them. It's like the Jurassic Park games. Or no, more than that. But most of the time, they end up sucking ass anyway. I mean, Bart versus the Space Mutants, Bart versus the World, so many Bart games. Virtual Bart was okay, but still sucked. And no, I don't have to really talk about these games because, of course, with Bart versus the Space Mutants and Bart versus the World, the Angry Nerd, of course, already reviewed that, so no need to talk about those. Let's get into the more modern days, but let's take a trip back to the past for one game that I actually enjoyed pretty well. Simpsons Virtual Springfield on a PC. Now, I did promise a review on this game, but unfortunately, when I try to play the game, it asks me to install it to my hard drive. And when I try to install it to the hard drive, it says I don't have enough room. Well, that's horseshit. I got plenty of room on my computer. And I'm not going to get rid of a bunch of important files just to make room for this game. Not that it's a bad game. I mean, I actually had a lot of good stuff to say about this game. Yeah. It's pretty good. That's my words. If you can get it to work on your computer, I would check it out. It's a fun virtual tour / game, whatever it is. So, if you can have the right compatible computer to play this game, fine. Otherwise, don't screw up your computer just for this game. It is really old, so if I ever get it to work again, I'll get a review in on it, but no promises. Anyway, let's get back to the basic console games. I'm getting off track here. Simpsons Skateboarding. Now we're digging into some deep shit. This is the era where Simpsons games decided to stop with their 2D side-scrolling bullshit and started to rip off other games. Now, when you think Simpsons Skateboarding, what can you think about? What's the one game that comes to mind? Tony Hawk, right? Tony Hawk, which is a good game, but this is a pile of shit, I'm sorry. Let's pop it in and see how bad it is. So you're brought to your basic character selection screen for starters. Pretty basic. You got a selection of different characters. Homer, Bart, Lisa, Marge. You can also unlock different characters like Chief Wiggum and Nelson supposedly. Judging by it, it looks like Nelson. But I guess you gotta get further in the game to find out. But seriously, who in the holy mother of would not play as Bart Simpson? I mean, have you ever seen an episode of The Simpsons where Homer actually skateboards and where Bart doesn't? I mean, isn't Bart skateboarding in like every episode and the movie? The cover actually looks pretty funny. Homer Simpson is falling down, which is pretty self-explanatory. I mean, they're pretty much aware of the TV show and they pretty much acknowledge it very well. Homer Simpson, I have to admit, looks pretty funny on the selection screen. So, obviously, we're going to select Bart Simpson. Now, the biggest problem with the game is, well, its overall gameplay. You got different modes of gameplay. You got learn the tricks and moves, which is, I have to say, already more frustrating than anything. The controls are crippled. I kid you not. They don't work. They're more frustrating to learn than anything. Half the times you end up falling flat on your ass or your face, anything. Yeah, that's really cool, right? None of these comments are the least bit funny. The music is okay during the skating, but during the main menu, it sounds like the Simpsons theme, which sounds like shit, really. It's like the Simpsons theme on crack. And every time you screw up, you have to hear these annoying comments by Principal Skinner. Ugh, and it's just the same thing over and over again. It gets more annoying every time you screw up. Chances are you'll never get it right. You've got to be really specific with the controls. Ugh. Oh, come on, let's try that again. on, late my ass. How can I be late? I press the button as early as possible. Okay, this time I'm gonna do it. I'm speeding up. Oh, come on! Come on, get up! Oh, please shut up. Shut up! Oh, come on! Then there's also another mode where you get timed on doing various tricks. The more tricks you do, the more special moves you do, you end up in a different place ranking. But seriously, I can't even do these moves. You expect me to do them under a time constraint? Forget it. You can't do it. You can't learn the moves in the first place, so how the hell do you think I'm going to do it? The only way you're going to be able to do the moves is just by pure luck. That's it.
You can't blame that on your parents.
Yeah, you know what? Can't blame the shitty game on your parents. How's that? No. You can blame the shitty game on EA, the same company who gave us great games like The Godfather and Battlefield Bad Company 1 and 2. Hard to believe they made such a bad Simpsons game. It follows through with all the rest of the crappy Simpsons games from the past. So, the question is, are we ever going to get a good Simpsons game for the console, excluding Virtual Springfield? Well, still got a few more, including Simpsons Road Rage, so let's pop this puppy in and get it over with. I'm sure it can't be good, because it's made by the same company who made this crappy game. So, chances are, it can't be good. Oh, and as for Simpsons skateboarding, it can eat my shorts and eat them real good, because if I had the Wii Motion Pluses with me, I would give it a Wiimotes with Wii Motion Pluses way down. 2 of them. Eat my shorts, man. It sucks. So, let's get on with the game. This can't be good, right? I mean, it's made by EA, and it's another Simpsons game. Let's just play it.